Hi, my name is Terry Lee, and this is starting out as a kind of what do I do when I think about making a prototype, and this also may end up being a project using papers by my friend Kyung, and her kit is called Gray Daisy, and her store is called Wonders by Wink on Etsy. So I hope you got all that, because I had to turn sideways and I'm not sure where my mic went at that point. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a manila folder that has had the ends cut off, but is still full sized. It hasn't been cut down to 10 or anything. This one's been cut down to 10. I'm not sure about these little guys. Those are, they should be 8. Let's see. They're leftovers from the flip book that I did. They're almost 8. What about this one? Yeah, they're all 7 and 7 7/8. This one's a little different because it's got a gusset in it. That's the one I was actually thinking about. And on the long side, it's also 7 7/8. Okay, so we'll talk about that later. So what I'm thinking about doing is making a double notebook. Yes, I know this has been inked already, but I think I'm gonna tape it so it won't matter that this is inked, I hope. If it does matter, then I'll, cut another one. Okay, and then this one is going to be shorter because I'm going to fold and cut to make a pocket. I believe it's 9 inches down from the top. Yes, 9 inches down from the top. So now a little bit of the tab is still left on here. I'm okay with that. We're also going to kind of cut some stuff and then tape it back together and see how it works. See if we can get it to fold up. I guess I better keep track of the size of this, huh? Yeah. All right, well, let's score this. And I think I'd like to make the pocket only on one side and then cut off the other side. And that will make it 9 inches. Okay. So I'm going to get my scoreboard here. I'm not sure if this is going to go anywhere. But if it does, it's going to be Kyung's papers. The Gray Daisy, they're very, very pretty. They're monochromatic. That's my big word for the day. Why am I not starting with this side where the pencil mark is? Don't know. Okay. So we're going to score it. Go down kind of as far as you can. You have to do it several times on a manila folder. Now when I turn it around, I can just keep going. If this is straight, which it doesn't look like it is. So let me all right, I'm on a roll. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say I lost my ruler already. What I did was put the rest of the line on there so I can line it up with a groove. And we're going to score it several times. Okay. I'm going to fold it on the score line. We're going to burnish it. Oh, I tell you, in my off time here, I'm working on this this little mini photo album. And wow, with the hidden hinge system, what a more difficult project than I thought it would be. Now, we're going to cut part of this off, and then I'll get rid of this bulk right here. This right here, where it doesn't want to lay flat. And that's because there's too much paper bunched up in the crease. Right here, there's too much. It's too thick. When you go to fold it, there's just too much jammed in that corner. So since we're anticipating cutting this part off, let me go ahead and, well, I guess I can't do it without, I guess I'm gonna have to use my scissors, which unbelievably were not where they were supposed to be. So, all right, you, my dear, are being sacrificed. I have lots of sacrificed manila folders that that I save for pieces. You never know. Use them as a hinge, or you know, who knows what. Not even sure about what I want to put inside here yet, but I do know. Oh, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? You didn't just hear me crack my knuckles. Now my little brain is really going. That would make it too, no, it wouldn't make it too long, because the papers, oh, let me show you these real quick. Aren't they awesome? Ah. And they've got daisies on there. There's one that has just a hint of the yellow in the center. And of course there are birds and butterflies. We all know how much I love to cut out butterflies. And Kyung even said to me that she was thinking of me when she made all the fussy cutting. Because look at the fussy cutting. It's all butterflies and birds. Which I thought was hysterical. And when I printed out the ephemera, I printed it out on both sides. That way when you cut it up, like, and you make an envelope out of this, then you don't, the inside of your envelope isn't white. On the back of your cards that you're going to cut out, it's not going to be just white, and you don't have to glue any paper to it that way, because we're doing monochrome anyway. So, and I know you're thinking to yourself, but Terry, your manila folder is beige and your tape is going to be brown. I know. Isn't that going to be cool? All right, we're sacrificing. Okay, save. Okay, so now we've got this folder here, or this pocket here. We've got this that will close very easily over here. So now what I really wanted to do was to score them again and fold them over, or actually cut this and then tape it back together, and cut this and tape it back together, and then it'll flip-flop over much flatter. So let me see, how do I want to do this? If I cut both of them apart, I don't know what's going to happen with the pocket. I also want to attach this smaller part to the front of this part. Which it's shorter, but it's wider. I think I want them to be the same width. Pretty sure. Okay. So, see all these protos and stuff that are floating around? Fussy cut butterflies and birds. Okay. I bought a rotary cutter by Fiskars, and it's only 4 inches wide, but it's got the fold out arm. But you have to push so hard on it just to get it to cut that I don't particularly like it. But where I sent it, or where I got it from, I paid postage to get it shipped to me, and then I would have to pay postage to ship it back. And so well, let me look at that first before I whack it off. So I would end up paying almost as much as the cutter cost in shipping back and forth. So I'm gonna keep it and maybe work with it a little bit more. All right, so now this side's the longer side, but that's okay, because if I fold it, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can get this in here halfway. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's cut it. Why not? What do you think? I think I will. Okay, so let's find out where the middle of this is. This is now 8 inches wide. So, and this one's a little bit wider. So, what we need to do. Okay, so before we were so rudely interrupted by me yanking my mic cord out, we were looking at this one here, and I decided to trim it down so that it was even. And then we had already folded up our pocket, but then we cut half of it off because, you know, like you do. And now I've decided I'm going to cut this in half and then use this white tape instead of the brown tape and stick it back together. I've been looking at the papers, and the ones that can be used vertically are going to be okay for here. They just need to be trimmed down. And for this taller part, they're going to be fine too, because the tape will give them a border. I'm going to try to keep it black and white, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to use black soot on the edges or even, what's that other color that I like? Pumice stone, which is totally a possibility. Let me see here. I thought I had the little foam thing underneath it. guess not. Wait, it might be in here. It might be in here. Tea dye, pumice stone. And you can see it's sort of a, oh, maybe you can't. It's sort of a gray green, which might be interesting. Let me try it on the edge of one of these fussy cut pages. I can still see it against there because, see, it's almost like a grayish blue. I don't know, let's see. May have to go with hickory smoke. I don't know. Here we go. And this is how it works when you're trying to figure something out. Oh, let's do it here. I think it's too brown. Because if you hold this up against this here, you hold this up against that there, you can see that the edge is not. So that is not going to work. Let me move my glue. Let's see, brown and black. Let's see. Probably end up going with black soot. I need to glue my little grabby back on. Let's see if I have black soot. Okay. Looks very dark. Move that out of the way. Put that back where it goes. I know, life being me is a little crazy sometimes. Okay. Let's try hickory smoke. Oh yeah, that's much better. I do like that. Well, let's get the shape cut, and then we'll decide how much inking we really want to do. Occasionally, you can do a project without inking at all. This is going to have the white tape on it. What I'm thinking of doing, just so you know, is turning that alarm off. Hold on. Okay. That was fun. Alright, so what I was thinking of doing is cutting this in half, taping it back together with a small gap in it, effectively making like a book hinge. And having this fold in half, this fold in half, and then attach it to the front of this. Now, I still may cut this down to 10, because that would still be taller than this. Yeah, which is 9. 11's a little long, now that I think about it. So let's go 10 on this. Cutting off screen. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. So if we, and these are both 8 inches, so we could take these, getting more manila folder scraps, and let's see, we'd have to start from this end and leave, let's see, maybe I'll score it. See if we can work it out. I'm having a brain freeze right now in case you can't tell. Okay, so if we score it at 4, that will give us a cutting line. And we flip it over, score this side at 4. I think I went a little crooked, so I want to make sure which one is the right one. I drew a line with a black marker down one of these lines so that when things aren't exactly square, you can always make sure that your top and bottom marks or folds or whatever you're using as a score line guide is lined up by lining it up, the black line in the middle or the top and the black line at the bottom down here, as if you can see. And I forgot to do it at 6. It was just an experiment, which worked out really well. So it's at 5 3/4. I wasn't really paying attention. I just wanted to see if drawing the line would work. Okay, so now we've got these score lines. I'm wondering, with this half, we could probably just fold it. With this half, if we fold it, then we're going to have to cut that V shape out. I think I'm just going to cut them in half and tape them back together. What's the worst thing that could happen? I would have one more scrap manila folder to put in my scrap pile. Ooh. So intimidating. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here. Line the line up with my score line. Cut it off. Flip this around. Line it up with this score line. Cut it off. Okay. So now we have these 2 pieces and those 2 pieces. And now we're going to put it back together. I know, I have a crazy brain, don't I? So what you want to do is you want to hold it apart about 1/8 of an inch is all you need. It's going to be a little more difficult because of this pocket here, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to have to stand up to do this, so I apologize if you see the top of my head. Make sure I'm going to have to take these off. They keep bumping into the folder. So I'm just going to have to go with purple hands. Okay. So we're going to go like that. It's a little crooked. What happened was this slid a little bit. That's going to be better. Okay. Okay. The first one is the hardest one. When we flip it over, it will already be held in place. It's a little farther apart at the bottom. But we're going to have that extra bulk from the folder anyway, so I'm thinking it'll be all right. I don't know though, that is a bit far. Let's see what happens once we... Let's see if we can lift this bottom part up. Okay. Lift this part up. See if I can scooch it back together. Oh, that's a little wrinkle. Press it out. Doesn't matter, it's going to be inside. Okay, so there's that one. Now let's flip it over and do this side. It is still closer together at the top than at the bottom. Like I said, the other side's a lot easier. Okay. Cut this off. People upstairs are doing laundry. First the dogs were howling. Now they're doing laundry. And a minute ago they were in the shower. I'm not sure they together, but I'm just saying they as in they neighbors. So now we can close this very easily. Even with the folder up. I just need to score it. And then what would happen if I just left it like this. Kind of liking that, actually. Now, if we tape this back on here, then we could fold it one more time. My nails are turning purple already. The ones that haven't been attacked by cats. I don't have a cat, but I'm just saying that's what they look like. Some started breaking, and then the cuticles went crazy, and then it all went downhill from there. Wow. Apparently I should talk while I do this. Okay. I really do want to make something interesting since it's my friend's kit, and I want to make sure that I make something that I think she will like or find interesting, or hopefully both. I really would rather not ink the manila folder, just because most of the time it just looks dirty to me and not inked, especially with this tape. So if we ink anything, we will ink the paper. So as you can see, I'm not writing any of this down. So if this makes an actual video that you guys end up seeing, this will be a non-PDF tutorial. Okay. Is this how I had it? Oh, look at that. Me likey. So we'll mark this as the cover. And then this way is the natural way you open a book. So I'm going to call this 1, 2. This is going to be glued. We probably will make a long, narrow pocket as well. So now we've got this, which is rather uninteresting at the time. So let me see what's going on here. All right, so we've got that. I'm going to glue it on the cover of this. And that'll make a long pocket here. Or, you know, a long side pocket here. Either one's probably harder to get stuff in and out that way than it would be this way. So, but opening and closing it a lot is going to be kind of hard on it. So, yeah. Okay. This side is to be glued. open that, and that, and then that. And we're 1 and 2. Okay, this is A. I'm going to label this little part A. Call this B. What are we going to do with B? We could leave it as it is, and I don't know though. It just looks too big and too empty to me. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. Let me think about it. We'll end this first video here, and I'm going to think about some ideas, and then we will come back to this because this looks like a workable project. So this is going to end up being video 1 in the Gray Daisy tutorial. So I will see you next time, and that'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.